everybody, Wolfie here. We're going on a little journey today. Going to take a walk out to Bear Hill. Initial walk, or part of the walk, isn't too big a deal. Down past the shed. Been working on a new trail for out here. More or less follows the original walking trail except for this part. Want to be able to take Dad's four-wheeler and my little one if I ever get it running again, and get as far as just this side of Bear Hill. From that point on, we're on a person's property that would prefer there not be any motorized vehicles, so we're going to oblige them and not go any farther. You can sort of see where my trail goes through here, but wood to haul up to the cabin later. It cools off for the day. Coming up to, we're just down the hill from the camp here. It's right up there someplace. This is Beverly Creek, named after my mom, because, well, she fell in it one time. Bone dry right now. My new bridge that I'm working on. Obviously, lots to do on it. From here on, it's going to be probably pretty obvious that the trail doesn't get a lot of use anymore. Heck, when I was a kid, these tree roots were completely underground. Like invisible. Dirt's all washed away and worn away. Not sure what the condition of the trail is. I come out through this way a couple times a year. Lots of little stuff to clean up off of it. Mostly these days this trail only gets used in the winter, so after I get the other bridge done, right here is going to be the next shore. This is zigzag bridge, just out through between them trees. We used to have a bridge that went across. It got its name from the original one, which it was just a bunch of logs zigzagged over the little beaver channel, drainage channel. But the beavers got the bright idea to build a dam here. When they did, it caused the channel to end up a lot deeper, obviously, which required a better bridge, but even it's long gone now. The bridge was right there originally. so much stuff has washed down over the years that the whole area is just filled right in. Yeah, here's my temporary bridge. There we have it, zigzag bridge. Trail coming up through. Well, what there is of one at the time being, for the time being. Pretty nice walk up through here. Got a spot coming up. Another spot that the beavers decided to flood out this past year. Started it sometime last summer. And they've got a pretty good little offshoot pond going on here. It used to be one of the drainages down to the creek. And here we are. It's dried up a fair bit by the looks of things. That's always good. Still a lot more water than there used to be. Not sure if they showed up or not on the camera. I hope so. Definitely a nice little feature to have in here. This is their flood out that they made. The trail used to come right down here and go right across over to beside that pine tree. Sure ain't walking through it now. Probably could if I had like taller boots on and stuff, but luckily there's a beaver dam right here. Nice big one. Easy crossing. We got a channel coming through here. Looks like a second one right there. Yeah. We got the beaver house just down there. It's one of my little marsh type ponds that just appeared as part of the drainage from the bigger ponds. Drains down that direction towards Zigzag Bridge, and well, it always had a small channel that drained down here and went out right out to the main creek. Yes, the beavers decided that they didn't want that drainage. Got to keep their water. for themselves. Well, I think when I get busy on the trail here, I'm going to work with them, and I'll bridge over the old dam there over top of the two channels. There's the beaver house there. Kind of hard to make out. It's got so much stuff growing on it. And back to the trail. Part's pretty straightforward, just walk on the trail. Oh, this part of the trail here can be a little bit tricky, especially with it not getting a lot of use, but it's not too bad to follow. A lot of it's pretty much make the trail as you go. Try and stick to the original. Once I get it cleared out better, it'll be a lot nicer, but I got a lot of work to do on this trail, as you guys have seen. Once we get over to here, this is where it's really going to get a bit tricky. Where to travel through here. The old walking trail's right here. Probably my best bet just to stick right with it. Bit of brush and stuff to clear out of the way. Okay, lots of brush to clear out of the way. My end goal is for us to be able to bring the four-wheelers out to this point here on the trail. Lots of room for turning around and stuff and parking it, and if we're walking on farther. Purpose for stopping here is there's a property line here, runs pretty much lengthwise from across the pond over here right straight through, right by these trees. There's these sets of big trees along the edge here, and it's actually works out kind of nice that they're right along the property line. So we're going to try and keep it to that. We got beaver dams here. This one's not the greatest dam to try and cross. That lower one is a lot nicer for crossing. Just got to get over to it, which isn't too hard. Follow the shoreline. Now, see, I'm not the only one crossing this dam. It's been traveled by, by something recently. Quite a bit by the looks of things. Sorry about that. A little rough going through here. Ugh. Apparently a little wet too. Oh. So here we are at more or less at the base to Bear Hill. Bear Hill is approximately the halfway mark on our original trail. It's a really good spot for deer. There's been a few of them gotten here. Like the rest of it, the trail is not the greatest visibly. Due to lack of use. We get by. Beautiful stand of pines. Really good spot for deer early in the morning during the late part of the fall. There's lots of them that travel back and forth through here. Got the boulders here. It's a good spot to sit and relax or sit and watch for the deer. And to my understanding, my grandfather used to spend a lot of mornings sitting on them rocks during hunting seasons. We've got this short little jaunt through some brush. Trying to keep the camera as steady as I can, guys. Sorry if I'm making anybody seasick. Isn't exactly a groomed park trail that I'm walking, so. Here we are coming out to the sort of open part of Bear Hill. Now for the trail itself, we actually have two options. One is to go up over the hill, and the other is to go around it. This spot right here though, these nice blueberries. When I was a kid, this was our rest stop for the halfway mark in. We would stop here and us kids would play while our moms and dads rested. See, and they were hauling all the weight and all the groceries and sometimes some of us. One of the best spots to play back then was up here on the hill. The main reason, there was more blueberries. This is Bear Hill. Well, this is half of it. It's actually kind of divided in two. Got this nice smooth flat area over here, and we got this row of trees and more nice flat smooth area on the other side of them. Right, continue on over to the higher part of the hill. For those prospectors that watch my stuff, check out that seam. That's the beginnings to a quartz seam. Right through the hill by the width of it. I'm betting that goes awful deep. Just like a tire track down the rock. Gold in this there hill. A little smoother walking up here. Here we have the rest stop for the top of the hill. The trail comes up just over there in that little notch through the rock there. This is where we always stopped to have our rests when we came over the hill. Remnants of way back when. There was a time when you could stand here and you could see everything. The forest has grown so much. None of these pines around the hill were here, so they obviously weren't blocking the view. You could see literally for miles from up here back in the day. Walk over to this side of the hill. Now, unlike the other side, where it's nice gentle slope coming up, over here it's a lot steeper hills. More of a big step, like staircase of rock comes up through. When you get around to the far side here, it's almost a cliff that drops off. There's quite the valley down through there. You can get right over to the edge here. Well, this next edge. Kind of see how much of a drop down it is. Goes down quite a ways. Getting pretty warm out here today. It's been like this all week. Well, for the past 2 weeks while I've been here. It's either raining or it's 5 million degrees and you can't stand to do anything. Today seemed like a pretty good day for a walk though. back over here to have a seat for old time's sake. Oh. Well, everyone, try and get this so you can actually see me, not the sun and glare. That's better. Thanks a lot for coming along on the walk, guys. A little bit of history there, but mostly just, hey, this trail's old and don't get used. But I'm working on it. Things happen, I guess. But thanks a lot, everyone, for watching. Thanks for coming along on the walk. And until I see you again, have a great day.